Good evening, ma'am. We can start now.
Hello, sir. We will just wait for 1 or 2 minutes if somebody is still coming in back because I need to discuss whatever we'll be discussing in this slide will be really something that we need to think upon, and I
Yes, ma'am.
want like everybody to come back for that. So let's wait for 2 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, just check
No
over
issue,
it.
ma'am.
Okay, welcome back. If you have joined the session, can you please give me a thumbs up, everybody?
I've joined the session. I don't know how to do a thumbs up, so.
Okay, so you have a little react button over there. So if you click that, you'll get a thumbs up over there.
Oh, found it.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
thank you so much for joining back. And I'll share my screen again. Okay, so learning delivery framework. So we were talking about that we are doing something that is traditional, outdated, why it is not working, why industry people find the skill gap. So we had all problems with us. We had all things that we were complaining about, what things that we were thinking that they are not going right. So is there a solution to it, or how we can work so that it can work right, or it can lessen the skill gap? So this is a delivery framework. So this is very much popular these days, and this has been adopted by a lot of foreign universities. A lot of universities, we are also integrating this particular framework into our curricula so that our students get more of experiential learning, because when we discuss learning and how learning happens, so it is said that only 10% of the learning happens through the content, through the courses. So if we say, generally, if we say that, oh, I have done a particular certification, so it was an online certification and I learned from that particular certification. So how much knowledge you have gained? So I'll say probably only 10% of the knowledge you have gained through that online certification. because it was self-learning. It was through the content. You just read some content, you heard to some content, you watched some content. The self-learning counts for only 10% of the learning. 20% of the learning happens from others. That is called as social learning. So when we come to the classes, when we talk, like somebody said it very rightly, like we can't teach empathy to students. It has to be taught through some role plays. It has to be taught, the skills has to be taught through in class activities. And that is very right. Theories can't teach you everything. So there is some social learning. So maybe by role plays, debate, elevator pitch, case studies in class case study solving, problem solving, scenario solving, discussion with your peers, discussion what we are having. This will all account for only 20%. So what we are currently giving to our student is, I will say, 10 plus 20%. So at the best, say, think that we are taking case studies in the classes, we are doing role playing, we are doing simulations, we are talking to them, we are giving them opportunity for group discussion, students are doing group projects, everything. Social learning, they are learning from their friends, they are learning from you, they are learning from the society. So this is also happening. So we are giving them a bucket of 30%. Now remains the 70%, that is experiential learning, learning by doing. So as one of my fellow faculty, I'll say the faculty member very rightly pointed out, when she was looking for interns, they had problem that the students, they were very good, very well versed with the content, concepts, but when it came to actually doing it, application, the students were not able to do that because they lacked experiential learning. Learning can only happen through experience. So how do we give them these experiences? So we have made those provisions. I know we have live projects, we have summer internship. But in summer internship, in winter projects, in live projects, in apprenticeship, do they learn each and everything that we have put into their curricula? Is it everything that they learn? Is it most of the things that we offer them? Are they learning that? I don't say everything can be learned in those 3 months, but is it accounting for at least 50% of the syllabus? Are they learning? What is your answer? What do you think, everybody?
Since the entire field is changing all the time due to technology, I wouldn't say they're actually learning 50%, maybe less.
So how much they are learning? So 30% social learning, self-learning. I'm only betting on 30%. I feel that we are only giving them 30%.
Yeah, okay.
70%.
I'll go with 30, yes.
How many of you feel that our internship projects and whatever learning that we are giving them, experiential learning, is covering their 70%?
Ma'am, if I say 20% of the students are actually who are doing their internships, whether it might be a winter internship or summer internship, only 20% of them are learning the 70% experiential learning. The
Yeah,
rest, uh, they come in uh, no, I say they don't have the knowledge, they are not learning it actually. So it might be even below 30%.
right. Truly said. So experiential learning. So most of our students, you rightly said. So I have some more hands up. Yeah, Dr. Shiv Kumar.
Yes, madam. It is like hands-on experience.
Mm-hmm.
It accounts 70% of the learning, and through internship, if they put their hands, and if they work, they'll be learning 70% of that.
But do you
So,
think internship is really accounting? Are our internship equipped to give them 70% learning, experiential
there,
learning experience?
there are industries or there are places where students are put their hands even
Mm-hmm.
during internship also.
Yeah, they do put their hands, but is that so? Whatever internship they do, so whatever you teach, so you have so many subjects, you have so many courses, right? From
Correct.
that courses, pick up a particular topic, and based on that topic, they do their internship. Am I
True.
correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So why the mismatch happens is because they're just working on that one topic into internship, but what about the rest of the knowledge that they have gained? Are they having experiential learning for that?
No,
Yes.
no, I agree with that. Of
Mhm.
course, they can't.
Yeah. So I have some more hands up. Dr. Vikas, Dr. Prashant. Yeah, you can just unmute and go
Madam,
ahead.
Yeah,
for MBA students, I feel that industry has stopped favoring just giving certificates or just sitting idle. They have
Mm-hmm.
to perform they have to perform either in sales or they have to perform either in social media marketing. But companies expect what returns they are getting by giving you internship. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel that in recent last 2 3 years, it
Mm-hmm.
is much more performing and learning.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So even I'm taking it very positively that internships and projects are working, but my question is, they are just focusing on one area. Say, for example, you said digital media marketing, sales. So you are teaching them a lot of things in marketing, right? So are all those things put into practice during the internship, or it is only one subject focused?
Mostly it is subject specific.
Yeah. So, okay, Dr. Prashant.
yes, thank you, ma'am. My perspective, as you said earlier also, that we cannot have one model fits all, that kind of situation. Same thing happens with this learning framework also,
Yeah.
that because every, let's say, there are tier one institutions, management institutions, tier two institutions,
Mm-hmm.
three institutions in India. So student quality differs. And if you talk about tier 2, tier 3 students,
Mm-hmm.
experiential learning and working on projects is not helping at that level, what I think based on my 20 years experience in this field,
Mm-hmm.
because they are working on one single project or based on the objective
Yeah.
of the company, and they're lacking on other parts, many other parts which
Mm-hmm.
needs to be taught actually at the tier 2, tier 3 level. Tier 1 students may get those things by their own initiatives or their network, as such network learning or some other types. But tier 1 learning, tier 2, tier 3 students, it's very difficult for them to go through this model and get all the things which are expected to be
Okay.
performed.
Okay. Can I put one more question to you, ma'am? Okay. Sorry. Can I put one more question to you, sir?
Yes,
Yeah. So when you were talking about like tier one colleges, let me understand. So when you talk about 70% of experiential learning, so what all things do you do to have that 70% of experiential learning?
Yeah, most of the students are on projects with industry and mapping of those industries, mapping of those projects, and involvement of the faculty from those tier one institutions, then observation or the
Mhm.
let's say process is very much matured there,
Okay.
and
Okay.
not happening at tier two, tier three level. Process wise, they are lacking. They are just putting the students on the projects, and nobody is going to observe the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
What exactly? And there is no benchmark, or there is no standards defined, or weekly, let's say, reports happening properly. So
Mhm.
most of the students suffers in this process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, I do agree. So that is again one very great topic if we get some time to discuss. So that will be like research project. So should it be faculty initiated research projects or should it be student initiated research projects? But let's not dive into that topic. But yes, I do believe that there needs to be a lot of involvement of faculty members into experiential learning. While the students are learning, we need to facilitate that learning, help them so that it becomes effective. Yes, yes, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and speak.
Yeah, ma'am. When it comes to experiential learning, I think, as you rightly mentioned, 70% learning can happen because, as you said, ki when it comes to SIP or OJT, uh, it's just focusing on the domain knowledge or the specialization only. But if the experiential learning we divide into different types of activity, not
Yeah,
only OJT, it's like the different clubs. For example, a social club which works for the kind of social responsibility club. Students can learn so many things, the holistic development, I can say, because we are not talking about the hard skill only. At the
mhm.
same time, you are focusing on the soft skill as well as the life skills. And I think
Awesome.
being part of different clubs, we
Mhm.
can achieve that. That learning can be achieved through these kind of clubs. The one of the
Awesome.
example which I have given you, the social responsibility club.
Yeah,
And it's not only about giving to the society, it's all about arranging that particular
yeah,
event and activity, finding out the funds, raising the funds, and planning, organizing, coordinating, and whatnot.
yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely. Absolutely, I agree with each and every word you said. It's not about one single project. That's what I was trying to reiterate, and I was trying to like it's not about only the summer project, winter project. It's not about a single activity because that
right,
focuses on only one single subject or topic. But what are the multiple things that we are going to give our students to make it more experiential learning? Yeah,
true, ma'am.
yeah. Other faculty members, you can unmute yourself and go ahead.
Ma'am,
Yeah, go ahead.
uh, ma'am, actually, the 70% experiential learning, what ma'am actually has quoted like projects and what are all the items that can come under the experiential learning. But actually, students and even the faculty were struggling uh, to connect the dots, like whatever we learn in the learn in summer project, internship, and whatever it is, how can we connect the dots and make it fruitful for their career? So after completing that 6 months project, it's over, it's done. And we are giving, as said, it is life lab is there. We are giving soft skill for the students. And we are also giving like liberal arts, we are giving extra club activities and all, so that students can be multidisciplinary. But at the
Mhm.
end of it, the main target is we are giving all these inputs only, I mean, to improve their knowledge, to gain their skills. But how can we make it fruitful for their career? Even we are, we are puzzled to connect the dots and how,
Okay,
like that it is.
okay,
So after the end of the semester, everything got over.
Ma'am,
okay.
Ma'am, can
Can
I?
just let me complete with Dr. Joanna. So, can I ask you one question? So, if you say that you are working on the soft skills of students, say for example, you are working on their professional communication skills, okay? So you are having a lot of training around professional communication skills to the students. So experiential learning comes into application. It's not only delivering. So what the gap is, we are asking students to deliver, but we are not asking them to actually implement that, and then we see it. So how they are doing, let them go out, let them practice, let them do a project. Small mini project need not to be very big projects. It can be like whatever skills. So if they are emotional skills, how do they like display those emotional skills? If it is empathy, so they can come with their own story next day, and or after a week, maybe you can give them a week's time, and they can actually discuss with the class like what they meant by empathy, what they learned from empathy, and how did they actually, after learning this, how did they actually empathize somebody in last 7 days, and did it work for them, did it not work for them? So what are their thoughts on it? Was that a good move, not good move? So when they will come to class and discuss these things, and they will listen from their peers as well, because they have already practiced the empathy at maybe at their home, at when they were out in the market. So I am saying that everything that we deliver, experiential learning, doesn't needs to be necessarily be a project only. It should be multiple mini projects, multiple mini assignments, like for, I will say, for every class, every time they come next time, you assign them with some of the skills, some of the thing that they do it, commit. Maybe you can ask them to make a video, audio to circulate. So you have to brainstorm on the things like how they are going to actually apply the skills. It can be technical skills. Technical skills, it's easy, you apply, the submit like an assignment, that's easy. But soft skills need to be practiced, and they need to feel it, they need to think and brainstorm it, and they need to even discuss it, so that they will have a fruitful discussion whether they are going in the right direction or they are not going in the right direction. I hope I have answered your question, Joanna.
Yeah, ma'am.
Dr.
Yeah, ma'am.
Joanna?
Thank you. Yeah, ma'am. Got
Yeah,
it, ma'am.
thank you. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, there was some more faculty who wanted to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you yeah.
Yes, ma'am. This is Lakshmi Rupa again. As I said, I'm a freelancer right now. So, based on my industry experience, I want to add one few more points to actually address Dr. Joanna here. Ma'am, we
Yes, ma'am.
give you we give students while giving internships. There will be pointers from our side as well, so students need to note it down, first of all. The second thing is we actually have not only me, but many of industries, they are actually putting out their problem statements on lead code or upskills or upplers or freelance.com or internshala. If you check all these sites where you can, where remote work is possible, uh, industries are actually putting out their problem statements, or where they need someone to quickly complete their projects. So if you look at these, you will know what kind of demand is going on. The first dot you need to connect. The second dot we need to connect is, while in the company, students need to learn how actually the dynamic is between the departments. that the where they can actually bring up their future works, or they can actually build a future by looking at this, where the dynamic is more in the department, where which department has more dynamic projects or demand, or how the departments work in between, so that based on those things, observations, the students can actually learn what their interest is, or where their skills lie. uh, let's say someone is actually very good at managing, they can look at the HRs or project managers or team leaders or team managers, how they are working, how they are actually accommodating each and everyone, how the project dynamic is going, how the project modules are interchanging hands in between. So managing things, if their skills lies in that, or if they want to look at that. The second one is if they are very much passionate about coding. All these things they can actually look into while they are in the industry or while they are in the office space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True, true.
Yeah,
Very
ma'am.
rightly said. So that's what I'm saying, that when we will hear to industry people, we'll always have, yeah, I see. Yeah, Dr. Mahesh, can you go ahead? Dr. Joanna,
Uh,
okay.
yes, ma'am. With respect to Lakshmi madam, what she said is absolutely right. But as an academician, I see many students nowadays are not serious about their interest. So they
Yeah,
decide their interest after looking up their friends or colleagues, or they do oftenly they don't have a clear objectives in their mind. So here, if I want to speak now, so basically, as per my knowledge, learning delivery framework, whatever you're suggesting is very good. But here we would see any learning can be done through visual learning. So visual learning and participator learning is most important. So as and when the visual learning comes into the picture, then the students are more enthusiastic in learning. Because I did some many multiple activities in my class. For 39 hours, almost some 7 to 8 hours, I did some visual audio visual activities and some sort of audio video presentations. Then the things were good. But with respect to the social learning and experiential learning, the participation by the students were quite a less compared to the audiovisual learning like this. So what we prefer. So nowadays the students more or less connected to the only this the technological behaviors through the mobile phones or laptops, more or kind of a lesser like that only. So I suggest self learning is almost gone nowadays. So because they see the video of YouTube maximum for a period of 1.2 seconds. That's all. So after that they got bored. So this is what my observation is.
Ma'am, you're muted.
I'm so
Ma'am,
Madam,
sorry.
you are
I
on
was,
mute.
I say so, sorry, sorry, sorry. Uh,
ma'am,
just
this is
give me a
Joanna.
moment. Just let me go back to the learning delivery. Okay, so I completely resonate with what you say, that the time span, attention time span of the students is very less, and they prefer audio visuals, or they prefer video. But again to reiterate it, so why I'm saying that is only 20 to 30%, maximum 10 to 30% of the learning, because it is that they feel that they have achieved that particular knowledge and they have achieved that particular expertise. To give an example, so how to learn a car, okay, there are several YouTube videos stating how to learn a car. So there are so many tips and tricks how to do a parallel parking and everything. So that might be quite interesting to me, and when I look to that particular audio video, I'll see, oh, that's pretty simple, I can do it in 2 minutes. But when I take the car in my hand for the very first time and I try to drive it, is it that easy? No, it is not, right?
Yes,
So
absolutely no.
it needs skills and it needs experiential learning. And that is the industry gap. Like, our students are overconfident sometimes, I'll say, if I'm not very blunt, but they feel that, oh, I'm an MBA. right? So I know everything. Like I should be given some work that is too much. But the thing that industry find with the student is they lack experiential learning. They know things, they know concepts, but they don't know how to apply those concepts. And that is because they are lacking experiential learning. They don't know how to put it into practice. So how we deliver it, you are absolutely correct. So we should try various digital media. We should try to see how they are very interested in learning, to how to grab their attention. So I'm 100%, I will echo with you that audiovisual, even in my classes, like students, they love when I show them videos and we have some reflective discussion on that videos. That is the time that they enjoy a lot. Group discussions, they also enjoy group discussions, but again, they enjoy that particular part. But is it going to help them for making it 100%? So no. So we need to have that experiential learning. So that is what I think
Yeah.
we have to incorporate. Okay. So anybody wants to make any final comments before we move to the next slide? Yeah.
Ma'am, can you please suggest some of the ways which come under experiential learning apart from projects,
Okay.
internships and all?
Okay, I'll give you an example. So, see, for in my class, I'm teaching recruiting and retaining talent. So, I have my students who are learning what are job posts, what are the do's and don'ts, how they need to design and draft a good job posting, what is job description, what is job specification, then they how to like conduct interviews, what is recruitment, what is selection, and everything. So they learn everything during this course, right from employee value proposition to employer branding and everything. So to make them understand what this is, what I did is we did a collaboration project with one of the undergrad course, that is communication skills. In that course, their expectations are their students should be able to draft their resume. Their students should have effective communication skills. They should be able to draft a cover letter, resume, and they should be able to face the interviews. So what we did a collaboration project with this particular class, wherein I ask my students, like every week as we approach in the subject matter, say in week 3, they learned in week 1, they learned what is employer branding, employer proposition, and job ads, job descriptions. They've learned till week 3. So when they came till job ad and job post, so I taught them everything, but I asked them to design a job post. So it was designing a job post and sharing this job post to those students of communication skills. So in this way, they actually designed a job post and they shared. So they knew what should go into job description, what should go into job specification, what are the do's and don'ts, what they need to emphasize on, what they need not to emphasize on. And after this, doing that, then their next activity in next week, as we again proceeded to the next topic, we started with recruitment, we started with selection. So with this processes, they were learning what are the various steps in recruitment, what are the various steps in selection, how it goes, what are the various levels of interviews, what are the different types of interviews. So meanwhile, they received replies from the students on their job post applying for the jobs, because it was their assignment to apply for job post with a cover letter and resume. So shortlisting that resume, that is the job of an HR. So they have to give me with a good rationale that why did they selected a particular resume, or why did they reject a particular resume, what was that they found out, why, what were the keywords, what is that they were looking into while they were making up a decision. So every week they had an activity with explanation, with assignment backed with it, which was accounting to their final grades that they were. And then finally, then they again sent a communication email. So this is how HR will communicate with the candidate, that they are called for interview, scheduling that interview, sending a calendar invite for the interview. Now a lot of times students, my students, they were new to Canada. Some of the most of the students were immigrants. They did not know how to use Teams, how to send a calendar invite. So this was a learning experience for them, to how to schedule a meeting, how to send a calendar invite to those students. So I make sure that when they go into market, so they will not be learning from zero. Now they know how the processes work, and they are actually doing it with all those students, and again design. And I made sure that when their interviews were there, I was one of the silent observers. So they had to also send that particular invite to me as well, include me in that invite. Then I was a silent observer. I was looking at how they are conducting interviews, what are the things. So while I taught them about types of interview, so are they using that competency based interview techniques that I taught to them? So are they implementing everything? How are they questioning? Are they making whatever tips and tricks I have given them for having an effective interview? So are they implementing all those things? Besides communication skills, there were so many skills that are very important as an HR. So I was evaluating them on it. And finally, we also had, then they have to again give a selection or rejection. They have to give the explanation to it. And finally, we received a feedback from a candidate about the experience of the interview. And even the students had to give the experience about the candidate, that how they feel about the candidate, feedback about their professionalism during the interview, about their subject knowledge, content, and everything. So this made my students equipped well with the recruitment and selection process as a whole throughout the term. So it was not one single project, but they came up with multiple mini projects throughout the course. So this is how I include experiential learning with them. So this is for one. So for every subject, I do have different strategies. I do have different projects for every, within even every class that I plan. I see that it should be beyond. So I do have class group discussions, but beyond that, what should I do? Should I put something that they need to go? So should I frame with some assignment? So if it is employment legislation, so should my students go to the labor court, attend some hearing, see how the labor court tribunal works? So should I facilitate that? So this is how I think that experiential learning we can do besides. So we do have ripen projects, like we have summer internship and winter projects in India. We have ripen projects in Canada where the students deal with clients, but that is another thing. So these are the various multiple ways in which I preferentially prefer my students to have that experiential learning. I hope I answered you, Joanna.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
I know the things might differ because the subjects you teach and the subject I teach might be different, but it's an individual. So that activity we are going to do. So it's every faculty, that is our thing, that to brainstorm that how we can make it a experiential learning.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So what is the role of academia into upskilling and reskilling? So now, as we see that the era is changing, there's a lot of need for AI, integration of AI. So what universities abroad they have started? So our university, I'll tell particularly, we have started with four pillars in which we emphasize our learning delivery to students. From those, there are two pillars that I would like to speak in today's context. So One of the pillar is action learning. That is what we can also say experiential learning, action learning. And the other is again the AI integration. So we are looking into how we can integrate AI into our curriculum so to make our students more market ready. So career readiness and indigenizations are the third and fourth pillar. So making students career ready and indigenizing the curriculum. So indigenization is something that is happening across the globe. Every country wants students to know about their indigenous culture, and students should learn about it. So that is one of the pillars that we are having. So what we can do as universities, so we can take this as an opportunity to offer some micro credentials. So this can be not only revenue generating, but this can also provide our students to equip with some opportunities to upgrade and upskill themselves. So start offering some micro credentials. So I believe most of the universities have already taken some leap towards this micro credentials and started integrating AI integrated courses. Industry co-design. So industry co-design is kind of collaboration with the what employers are really needing. So we need to integrate in our curriculum designing. Now I know I have been into board of studies where we design the curriculum. We know we do have alumni expert, we do have industry expert, and we take industry expert advice, and that one single person or two three people of industry, they do provide some industry insights in curriculum designing. So what I think is, why to limit it to one to three people integrating in that? So why not we having a collaborative survey? Why don't we co-create with the industry so that we come to know that what their expectations are, what they want, and we make our students in that particular way, we upskill them, we reskill them. So that's one thing we can do. Platform partnership, so you know it very well, there are a lot of edtech, so we can have integrate a lot of platforms like Coursera and lifelong engagement. So yes, alumni support, continuous support to our alumni. Now, with this lifelong engagement, this reminds me of one example that I had recently. So our university launched a new program which is AI into leadership. So when we were launching our new specializations with data analytics and AI into leadership and supply chain management, so there were some alumni who were part of this particular launch program, and it came from their side. They wanted to gain this knowledge and they were looking again, but they don't want to do that particular degree all over again. They don't want to take the entire program again, but they want some continuous support from the university so that they can get opportunities to come and learn or come and share that thing. So how can we help and support our alumni? So can we have, so they were talking about, so they don't want to take the entire program, but they want to take few credits, so maybe 3 credits, 6 credits out of the entire, that is the bucket that is offered. So are they were proposing, can this be an option that can be offered by universities? And at that time we thought, why not? So again, this is a food for thought, like what can we do this? Yes, of course, we can do this. So this can be taken as an opportunity while we are thinking about reskilling and upskilling. So what are the future proof skills? So in the initial part of our session, the first session, I asked you about the few skills that you feel that are going to be future proof or that are going to be very, very important. At least one skill. I said, at least tell me one skill that is very important. And I received a lot of responses. They were huge on AI automation, and you all are very correct. Out of the top 10 competencies that are mapped by World Economic Forum Future of Jobs report. So I'll share you that report also. Maybe in the chat box I'll share you the report of World Economic Forum, which talks about the future of jobs. And if we want to future proof our skills, we have to pay emphasis for ourselves. So I, as an individual, when I think what competencies are important, and from these competencies, how do I make myself future proof? First thing. And secondly, how do I make my students future proof? So we need to think from both the perspective. As we go into aeroplane and we sit and the instructions are given regarding our safety and security. So it is always said, when there are emergency situation and when you need an oxygen mask, you always pull in that oxygen mask, take and help yourself first and then help the others. So I'll say it's the same situation when it comes to future proofing of the skills. We need to be honed with the skills. We need to start thinking, we need to start implementing, and it's high time that we think like what we can do. So let's think about the top 10 skills. So well done and kudos to all of you. So the AI and big data is the first skill. Second is networks and cybersecurity. Third is technological literacy. Fourth is creative thinking. Now this skill is coming from, not from AI, but this is coming from HI. So these are human skills, soft skills we can say. These are emotional skills. Creative thinking is very much required. And people who are creative thinker, innovative thinkers will be required. Curiosity, lifelong learning, leadership, talent management, analytical thinking, and environmental stewardship. That is sustainability that we were speaking about. So these are the top skills, and we have to think, we have to equip ourselves with this top 10 skills. So what are the top 10 fastest growing jobs? So you can see on the right hand side, these are the top 10 fastest growing jobs. So this is the future. So even if we resist, even if we feel that AI, I don't like AI, there's no option. So you can see technology. There is no substitute for technology. We need to upskill and we need to reskill. Okay, coming to startups, what do you think? What is the role of startups? Yes, from the audience.
Ma'am, I say startups are the very best place, are the like the first stepping stones for students to learn the skills that is required by the industry. Because startups and the students have a very good, the best, I say, mutual collaboration, because startups need people who can work on their projects, get done, and they let their businesses grow. They need resources to complete their projects, first of all. So they are very much ready to take in who can actually have the who can actually complete their projects and have the skill readily available, or even the quick grasping power, so that within a week, if we can actually understand what is happening and how the project needs to be delivered, startups will be readily available for those for the students. The second one is students, those who say, okay, my CGPA is not good, or I'm not eligible for the placement drive for all the big tech companies that are coming into my college and all. For those people, um, this for the students, I say, if they feel like their CGPA is not good for the big tech companies, startups are the best stepping stones. Have 1 or 2 years of experience. Even some of the startups are asking for contract signing. I say, now, please let your students know contract is not a bad deal. So while you're under a contract, actually it is a very secured job until and
Yeah.
unless the companies deems you unfit, and they have the power to, if there is the clause that says, if we feel that you are unfit for the job and we can throw you out of the company while you are under the contract, until and unless the clause is mentioned in your offer letter, the contract signing is a very good deal for the students to learn, because while under the contract, no student can be thrown or let's say laid off from their
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, true, absolutely. So can we say startup is equal to opportunity? Startup is equal to learning opportunity for new skills?
Absolutely, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, because they require rapid growth in a short span of time.
yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yes, madam.
let's
Yes. It's
let's
really
do it.
a
Yeah,
good way to make their career
yeah,
success.
yeah, absolutely. So that's, I will say, a good stepping stone. It's a good place to get in to learn, because startups, they already have their own challenges, and when they deep dive into those challenges, it's nothing like that. Okay, so can you just scan this? Sorry, and let's go to a collaborative idea board. So, as the code says, great mind discuss ideas, average mind discuss event, and small minds discuss people. So let's discuss some ideas. So have you scanned it, or should I copy paste the link? I think copying the link would be better.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, madam. Open.
Yeah, yeah. I've copy pasted the link.
I see a painting. What are we supposed to do?
Okay, just give me a moment. So, do you see like this something?
Yes,
Okay, very good. So, do you see a small plus button in down there?
yes, I did. I do.
Okay, click on that plus button, everybody.
Okay.
And there
Ma'am, I
is a
got only
question.
the
Uh-huh.
initial slide only, ma'am. Collaborative idea board is only
Can you just
I
click
have
on the
now.
link given in the chat box? And if you click, you will get something to write in over there. So I invite each one of you. to share your innovative strategies that you will be incorporating for upskilling and reskilling into your teaching pedagogy. Anything that comes to your mind. Okay, and here is again, while you're thinking about ideas, uh, remove one barrier from your mind that, oh, this idea will not be applicable or this cannot be implemented. Just remove that thought from your mind. So why I'm saying that? Because do it as you are given 100% liberty. You are the owner of your course, you are the owner of your subject, and you can design the assessment, you can design your pedagogy. So what will you do so that you can incorporate, you can upskill, reskill your students into teaching pedagogy? How, what can you do? Are you planning for including some experiential techniques, some skill-based assignments?
We can go completely wild on this, right? As a
Yeah, completely. That's what I'm saying. Don't think that, oh, my college will not allow, my university will not allow. Forget about your college and university. Just think as you as an individual, and if you're given liberty, if you are the policy maker, think like you are a policy maker, and yeah, you can do anything.
Okay.
Ma'am, excuse me.
Mhm.
Ma'am, in your presentation, in the slides, there is one slide like upskilling and reskilling slide, no? Can you project that slide once?
Yeah, sure. So just give me a moment. And here you go. Okay, are you able to see that?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
How many ideas are you looking for?
Just one.
Okay.
Just
I'm
one
having
idea.
I'm having quite a different one, sir.
No, and you can take it as your homework, as even like after this workshop, or you can think while you're going and delivering your next sessions what you can do and how you can make like your classes different. And of course, again, as I said, we need to upskill and reskill ourselves. Also think about yourself. Like think about the World Economic Forum's future of jobs, skills, competencies. How many competencies do you have from those competencies? What are you going, what will be your next move? What courses are you going to take in? Meanwhile, while you all are doing this activity, uh, let me share some resources with you that I have just compiled for you all. The chat box doesn't allow me to attach the document, sir. Rishikesh, sir, I think I'm not able to attach documents. I should be able to do it actually, but I think with this link I'm unable to attach anything. Schedule is set for options, Power BI, chat, no. I don't know whether this chat table will be able to come into the chat box. I'll try doing that if it is possible. So I have given in the chat box the World Economic Forum skill competencies that are future-proof competencies and relevant recommended some sources from MOOC's platform. So if you are planning to do some certifications, you can go to this open platforms. Okay, are you all ready? Have you submitted your ideas?
Still thinking on them, bound by my brain.
Okay. I think let's give everybody some time. So everybody has this link. Just think on this idea and share your ideas with me. As we are short of time, I see that we are close to end.
Ma'am, can you see submissions?
Yeah, I will be able to see, but I need to review and accept each one of them before I display to the class. I think there are so many participants, so it will take time. But yeah,
Okay. Oh,
I'll be able to see that.
ma'am, can you quickly show give us the slide according the top 10 skills and the top 10 jobs according to World Economic Forum?
Yeah,
Can I
sure,
have
sure.
it? Can I have?
I was trying to actually share the report with you, but what
Okay.
I'll do is, but you can get, it is easily available. Even if you Google it, you will get the first link about World Economic Forums. You can just type it on and you will get it. So
Okay. Huh.
even the report is readily available. So
Thank you, ma'am.
it's not a
Sure.
big deal.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Actually, I had downloaded it for all of you, but I don't know. I'm unable to upload that particular report to your chat box. No problem. Okay, so let's just wrap up. There were some more things to discuss, but I think uh, it will take a lot of time for us to discuss. So, what startups can, how startups can help us? Yes, somebody wanted to say something?
Yes.
Okay, okay, I'll go ahead. Yeah, yeah, Joanna. Joanna, I saw your hand
Sorry,
raised.
sorry, ma'am. I have mistakenly.
Okay, no problem, Dr. Joanna. No problem, absolutely. And excuse me, everybody, if I have like called you by your first name, it's really more of the cultural thing. I do remember when I was like in India, we have in our culture we have a lot of respect, and we call everybody by sir, ma'am, irrespective of age and everything. But it's completely different when we come to the Canadian context here. Even the VP academics, or it might be our director or anybody, we call them by their first name. So nowadays I'm so much used to for it. So please excuse me for that.
It's fine. We understand. I'm
No, no
facing the
problem,
same
ma'am.
issues here.
Yeah. So I really feel a little bad like when I say the first name and I suddenly realize no, I'm talking to people in India and they might take me wrong. It was even a cultural shock when I went to Canada. I do remember one of the director I personally connected to her, and when I was talking, I used to say her ma'am because she was so like she was so senior to me by designation and by age and everything. But she used to say, no, don't please call me my first name, and it felt so weird to me. How can I? No, I can't. Like it was so weird, but now it's like a habit. Okay. Okay, no problem. We'll just wrap up with one slide. So yeah, what startup helps us, and it helps us in solving the real world problem. So it's very much recommended that we promote startups, we have collaboration with startups. I will even emphasize that if we have I know Sai Balaji is one of the premium institutes where you have research funding for innovation. So please do make use of those research funds while say, because it's like a thing where we can actually try, test, and implement our ideas. There can be like I asked you one question few minutes back, whether the projects should be student-led projects or student-initiated projects or faculty-initiated projects. Why I ask this is because we have this practice, like we have both the things. I do remember when it was long back. So we used to have student initiated projects. That is, students went to the companies. They used to come to us asking about the topics to choose. We used to guide them on the topics that they need to choose. We used to guide them, handhold them, and we are holding their hands throughout the internship process, mentoring them, coaching them. But what happens is sometimes they do not have a very good direction to go in, and there is where their research projects fell. So what I think, sometimes it's good to have, also you can discuss these ideas with your directors. I don't know how much flexibility you have in changing all those things, but there can be even faculty initiated projects that are run with the students along with the startups. So you have your idea, because our vision, our mission is very much clear. then of the students, some of the students, I'll not say all, some of the students are very intelligent and they have I know they have breakthrough ideas and innovations with them. But yes, with the students who are struggling with all those things, we can always start with some faculty initiated projects where we can, I don't say that we are doing a spoon feeding, but we are giving them a direction and they step into that project and they do that project. Of course, we are not going to do anything, but we just give them a core direction so that they work and they actually make good use of that startup collaboration that we have. Or even if you have some idea for starting a startup or trying your innovation, testing your innovative ideas, you can also do it with collaborative projects with the students. So this can be a very great platform, I think. So yeah, there are a lot of things, and I believe a lot of other resource person might have touched upon this topics of startup collaborations and how it can be beneficial to students. So without wasting much of your time, I know we are close to our end, and I don't want to take more of your time, I know. So we will just think over it that what we have to do is to design our roadmap. So how we co-design the models so that it is mutually beneficial to us and as to industry, how we upskill and reskill ourselves and we be the lifelong learners. So this is now what is a new skill, again required skill, lifelong learning. We have to learn. There is no age where we can stop learning new things because there is always upgradation and updation in technology and automation happening. Lifelong learning is one thing that we have to take into consideration, leverage the technology and measure the outcomes. So thank you so much for your patient listening. I hope I am within the time, and the floor is open for question and answers. Any questions? Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Yes, Dr. Joanna.
Ma'am, in the initially you told, as teachers, we can need not be instructors or dictators. That will not work out in the present generation. So you said we should be more of a facilitator, like inspiring or motivator. Can you add some points regarding this, ma'am? Being a facilitator and being an inspiration for the students so that they willingly do the work and we also get benefit out of them.
Yeah. So, of course, like in today's generation, it is not going to work when we say that this has to be done. Again, it's very difficult and it's everybody has their take on it. I will not say that whatever I say is the right way, but I will rather say that this is how I believe or this is how I think, because especially I teach students who are not only fresh graduates or postgraduates, but they come with rich experience, industry experience. Maybe sometimes the students are in their 40s and 50s also. So the way that I need to teach them, I need to deliver them content because they are there for upskilling and reskilling themselves because they feel that they should not become redundant and they want to get promotions and for all those things. So they come with a lot of experience from the market. And at that time, especially, I feel that my instructional mode is not gonna work for them. So it might be different for some of you because like as we teach leadership styles, uh, I always teach students there is nothing right and wrong in leadership. So I'm not of opinion that a teacher need not to be strict and we need to be very friendly. We need to be friendly, we need to be active listeners. This is very important. Listening, active listening, giving them a space to open up and hearing what they want from us is very much required. because when we give that room, we know their expectations and we can align to their expectations. We can revolve around and we can always plan our classes, plan our lessons according to their expectations, their learning expectations with what they have come to us. So again, like when we say in leadership styles, there are different leadership styles. The most popular are like autocratic style, that we don't like it. So it's the most cursed style, I will say, of leadership, where people say, oh, I don't want to be a autocratic leader. Or if anybody says that a person is autocratic leader, it means that it is something, a negative notion given to that particular leader. But somebody who is a delegative leader or participative leader is probably more liked leader. So we as a teachers are also the leaders in the class who is leading that particular class. So it can't be a single fit size model, Dr. Joanna. So we have to keep mixing our style, changing our style as per our students. And as I said, standard curriculum, standard assessments cannot work, standard style cannot work, because we all are human beings and we all are individuals with different motivational factors and different learning approaches. So the strategy that will work for few students might not work for few students. So we need to again have some customization around that too. I Did you get me? Like,
Yeah, I got some
Yes,
points,
madam. Yes.
ma'am.
yeah, so it's no, there is no absolute solution to it, because when our students, they are completely, they need our help in that time. We need to be instructional. If they don't know anything, they are at a zero learning phase, we need to be instructional. But if you have students who are intellectual, who are creative, who have a lot of critical thinking abilities, then you have to step back, because at that time, if you're going to be instructional, they are not going to like you, because they are not using their creativity, and which is going to demotivate them. So at that time, you have to use a delegative approach, give all the decision making, empower them, and make them work as per their style and see what they are getting. So in that case, flipped classroom approach will work better. Case studies, role playing, you understand them better.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, madam. Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Okay, any more questions? Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for your patient listening. Over to you, Dr. Yashwant Lemme, sir. Sir, you are on mute. Sir, you're on mute.
Sir, please unmute.
Participant, do you have any questions? If no, then we can go for the vote of thanks. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Respected Dr. PREETI Surkutwar, ma'am, on behalf of Sai Balaji International Institute of Management Sciences, Pune, and the organizing committee of this ATAL FDP, I extend our sincere, heartfelt gratitude to your enriching session on upskilling and reskilling for the future of work, the role of academia and startups. Your insights beautifully complemented our FDP theme, fostering industrial innovation through design thinking, entrepreneurship, and ecosystem. You highlighted how future-ready talent development is inseparable from innovation, agility, and entrepreneurial thinking. Your session clearly demonstrated that without upskilling and reskilling, no ecosystem, academic or industrial, can truly innovate or sustain growth in the today's dynamic environment. Your global perspective on emerging skills, the need for interdisciplinary learning, digital capability building, and the crucial role of startups as innovation catalyst has deeply inspired us. The way you connected academia's responsibilities with the industry expectations, competency mapping, and practical learning frameworks provided immense value to all the participants. Ma'am, your emphasis on experiential learning, especially adaptability and continuous improvement, resonates strongly with the core principles of design thinking and entrepreneurial mindset, key pillars of our FDP. Although you joined us virtually, your presence and engagement were truly impactful. We are grateful for your time, depth, and clarity you brought to today's session. Once again, thank you for your thoughtful contribution and for more empowering all of us to rethink how academic institution can nurture innovation-driven, future-ready professionals. We look forward to the opportunity of hosting you again in the future programs. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm humbled to hear kind words from you. I'm definitely very much humbled. Thank you for your kind words, and thank you everybody for participating and having this engaging session. I truly enjoyed talking to you, getting your insights, and the questions asked also were very awesome. So thank you, everybody. My heartful thanks to everybody.
Thank you, madam.
I
Once
have
again, can
left
you,
my email address in the chat box for some of the participants who needed it.
your LinkedIn ID also, ma'am, please.
Sure, I'll do that. Okay.
Dear participant, kindly fill up the feedback form which is given in the WhatsApp group for both the sessions.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, just give me 2-3 minutes.
Yes.
I'll do that. And yes, I'll surely get back to people on the email. Thank you so much. Just give me a moment.
Madam, no issue, madam. Please share to Yaswant sir, ma'am. He will share in the WhatsApp group.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Share with us. We'll send them. We'll mail them.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Mhm. Okay, thank you. Should I leave
Thank
the
you, madam, for the
meeting,
nice
sir?
session.
Yes, ma'am. You
Thank
can
you
leave.
so much. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Hello. Sir, is the form for both the sessions?